just want to give an update on the Humane Pin. We've talked about it. I think it's a pin that you put on your chest, and it can interact. Instead of you having to take your phone to take pictures, you just talk to it, take pictures, and you put your hand out. It can give you directions. The concept was amazing, right? Again, it was I think we talked about a couple of episodes about it. Yes, it's the worst is going to be, it's going to get better, and just I think the Humane Pin is just one example of how a physical device and interacting with the cloud or your AI, because they have Meta has their own Ray-Ban glasses with the heads-up display. These are like the first generation of physical products that are coming out. But saying that, what could end bad is one of the things that the Humane has gone through is they came out. I think they didn't get I think they had $100 million in funding when they released the product in April. It had really, really bad press. Engadget didn't like it. Marquise Brown said it was the worst product he's ever reviewed. And then they had a target of 100,000 orders. They got only 10,000 orders. They approached HP to sell their business for $1 billion. No deal. They're trying to infuse some cash into to keep the company going. But there's some pin owners who got emails saying stop using it due to potential fire hazards. So all I'm saying is it's everything that could go wrong has gone wrong with this company. Hopefully they'll come out of it. But it's what I'm saying is, again, a lot of these failures are going to happen before we find a good product. But this is just the weird nature of things will happen. But I feel like a form factor, which is not your phone, is going to also be a very viable option when we're looking at AI running our apps and being a second eye for us. Because I think we're very restricted at this point on considering, just like we talked about, is AI right now is augmenting our workflows, augmenting a existing device. But if you completely stop and wipe everything out and restart with AI first, I don't think phone will be a primary form factor, right? So I'm curious what your thoughts on it.
Oh, absolutely. I think we spend, again, I'm in software, we are in tech, and we talk about software failures and the cloud service and stuff. I think this is a hardware type of a situation, right? I think it's the first generation of trying to cater to these user experiences, right? I think at first it was great, like because you are able to see the stuff like without a display, it's on your hand, it's painting a picture, whatever. But I think where we are coming to is this question of or the first thing when I see this is is the expectation of people set very high by Apple and others in the device space, right? So anything less, people again, batteries catch fire, things catch fire, products get recalled. That's not sufficient reason for me to say this is a bad product, right? Yes, it's getting bad publicity, right? But so the sentiment of the people who are looking at it, probably the standard is high in terms of these devices, and it's going through the organic evolution of what these experiences are going to look like. So that's a good thing. People continue to experiment, right? There's money flowing in with the belief that it's going to evolve out into a form factor that we all probably can use in many ways. But yeah, I guess it's just the roller coaster ride of first being the first to the market with something to show, and it iterates itself. So we'll see how this evolves.
Yeah, I think the trailblazers or the frontiers folks are the ones who are going to have the arrows in the back. So we see all the new entrants who are being the brave ones and blazing the path, getting destroyed. But again, that's what happens. Millions of dollars goes that way. But then the second and third generation, it's going to get better. And it's very similar to what we talked about. Is one of the biggest concern was every time you had a conversation, if it answered right from the device, it was okay. But anytime you had to reach out to the cloud and come back, that latency was the biggest issue. And it'll be the same as for Apple, as for any new device. So until we get smaller LLMs that can stay on the device and only reach out as needed, or like a batch update that needs to happen, whatever, something has to give for these to become mainstream, right? So I think there will be a couple more evolutions of this before, and I have no doubt there's going to be a completely new form factor that we had not envisioning, or but I don't think it's just going to stop with the phone being our primary
Right.
medium.
And I think of it this way, Rajna. I think I have lived 2 decades plus in the video industry, right? When I started, latency was huge, right? We were trying to implement. Um, I remember still, right? We were trying to blanket San Diego downtown with a fiber optic, like laser on rooftops, and trying to put Wi-Fi and do video streaming, all that stuff. It was not acceptable, right? It was taking time, all kind of stuff. That was long time ago when 802.11a was the first Wi-Fi thing that came out and things like that. So fast forward now, look where we are, right? Everything is sub half a second latency. You're able to come in. So why I'm saying this? Yes, different technologies, different type of latencies. I think over time, I think that problem will get cured. Maybe faster chipsets or faster models or smaller models that run faster. Whatever be the mechanism, I think that gap will get filled. I think it's just the beginning, right? It takes time to get to that particular mode, and I can see that happening.
Perfect. Yes, that was wonderful. I know we have a lot more topics to talk about, but we'll save it for the next time. And as usual, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, everyone.